Well, hello there. Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm the principal of Duluth Elementary here. And my understanding is that you have some concerns pertaining to the interpreter in your daughter's class. Is that correct?
Yes, I do have some concerns about my daughter's interpreter. I feel like my daughter's missing out on the information because the interpreter's out sick. I would like for my daughter to have a more consistent interpreter with her. I just don't want her to miss out on her education.
Yes, yes. Illness has been a big problem this year with faculty as well as with the interpreter for Sammy. Was her name Sammy? Is that correct? Yeah,
Yes, she's in
I've
the
seen
eighth
her in
grade.
the hallway a few times. You know, illness has been a problem and everything, as I was saying, and there aren't many interpreters in this area. We do have a person, an aide, who works with one of the first grade children, and they do have some sign ability. I think we could place her with Sammy in the event of an extended absence of the interpreter. Wouldn't that work?
I don't really agree because I don't want my daughter to fall behind. I think it's important for my daughter to be involved every day in her class and to be able to keep up with her peers, especially if the interpreter's going to be out sick for a long amount of time. When you said that aid she can sign, she's not qualified enough. That's not good enough for her, for my daughter.
Oh, I wasn't aware. I just assumed that since she knew sign, she could interpret. I've seen her talk to Sammy.
Yes, well, maybe that signer can talk with my daughter and have a conversation with her, but to be able to interpret in a classroom, that's a completely different story. You're there's a lot of processes involved in interpreting. So you're hearing a message, you're translating it in your head, and then you're putting it out in another language. It's different than just signing, and she doesn't have enough training for that. And she's right, yes. You said that person, that aid they can sign, it's a lot different than to be able to interpret. A signer can just learn some of ASL in a week or a couple of months, but an interpreter goes through a rigorous training program, real world experiences, and the interpreters have a knowledge of interpreter code of ethics that they have to abide by.
So is there teachers are required to be licensed in the schools, of course, to teach. Are there some kind of requirements if we were to look for a sub that we need to be aware of?
So if you're looking for a substitute interpreter, what's important is for them to be certified. They can come into the school and start interpreting, but if they're not certified, they have 1 year to become certified at that point. If your current interpreter is licensed, then you need to find a licensed interpreter as well. Certified, sorry.
So certified is a better word than if I were to say interpreter license.
That's just what we call it, certified.
Okay, well, I know that when we hired Sammy's current interpreter, she had graduated from a training school or had gone to school. So I'm assuming that's the training you're speaking of. But as I said, there's not many interpreters in the area. Where do you suggest we go to advertise for a sub or long term sub in the event that the regular interpreter is out?
Is it possible to try probably different schools within your school district? Maybe also the university to see if they have any available interpreters. Do you have any other choices or options? I mean, you can also contact the IRC, the Interpreter Referral Center. You can give them their number and they can find a substitute teacher for you guys. Substitute interpreter for you.
Okay, well, I sure appreciate you coming in to meet with me. I really didn't know there was a difference between signing and interpreting. Um, we will do our best and perhaps we'll contact this IRC number. If you could provide me with that, I'd really appreciate it. Do you want to set a follow-up appointment about this, or you want to follow up maybe in a month or so to see how the interpreting is going?
I would like if you just contact me by phone, maybe on the day that you decide on the substitute interpreter. I just want to be able to know what's going on in my daughter's education. It's really important. But thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.
And here's that phone number.